So I made $470 worth of plushies for someone and they have officially ghosted me. And don't worry, before anyone says anything, I always have 50% deposit up front for my custom orders, and I've honestly had no issue with people honouring that system. So I just wanted to come on here and share my story because I am now about $235 out of pocket, which is quite a lot for my small business. I do always try and protect myself as best as I can, but I do also try and be fair to my customers, especially when it comes to custom orders. So I was asked to make these two very large custom Persona plushies. I have made two before, so yeah, it was really exciting. I love making these personas, they're really cool. So when it comes to custom orders, I send progress pics, I send updates. I am really open with my communication with the customer because I want them to love what I'm making for them. And so then when it came to the final payment and shipping though for this person, there was just nothing. I messaged them multiple times on Instagram, I even emailed them, and it has been over a month now. It's almost been 2 months, and I haven't received any form of communication from them at all. So this person found me through the first person I ever did a custom furry plushie for, and they basically started off by asking me a bunch of questions about it, which I was super open about, and responded to all of them on the same day. Here's just all my answers. Then they tell me that they wanted to get 2 to 3 large plushies commissioned, and they have a few designs, so they were going to send them through, and then I can quote them basically. So they sent them through. This is just a communication over the next few days. Basically, I'm trying to be really transparent about the design that they'd want me to do it as, and I also mentioned that if they want to buy more than one plushie, I'm happy to do a discount for bulk orders, as the custom Persona plushies do get quite expensive depending on how detailed they are. They said that was fine and happy to move forward, so I ended up quoting them for 4 of the plushies and I let them pick which ones they'd want. Here I am just estimating all the prices. Continued. So basically they ended up, it's a bit cut off there, but they asked me to make the 2 plushies that I showed you. I told them that they had to pay 50% deposit before I started making them, and then I told them that the remaining 50% was due once both the plushies are completely done and they're happy with it and they're ready to be sent. So that was all clear to them, they sent me the payment and everything was fine. So 2 days later, I had almost finished the first plushie, which it worked up a lot quicker than I thought, but I ended up sending them a bunch of photos of the progress, and I just wanted to see if they liked how he was looking so far. So then they say, yeah, it looks great, I'm surprised you finished him so quick. They said this a couple of days later as well. It normally took them a few days to respond, which I was completely fine with. So I responded to them that same day and I said, no worries, like I totally understand how busy life gets. And then I think about 5 days later, I ended up sending the final product. So yes, pretzel here is done, and then they were happy with it. They said it was all good. Then there was this issue with the yarn for the second plushie. I had ordered it, but it got delayed multiple times, which was really disappointing. But I was very transparent with them. I communicated exactly what had happened. I even sent them the proof that my parcel was coming late. They were very appreciative of that as well. They said it was no problem. They've waited for items from artists with no updates for months, so that was all cleared up. That was completely fine. So here's where things start to get a bit rocky. So 2 weeks later, I tell them that the plushie is almost done. This one took a little bit longer as it was way more detailed, as you can probably see in the next photos. Basically, I ended up just checking in, making sure they were happy with how BB looked, which is the name of the plushie. And then I mentioned, if you're happy, I could get them both shipped to you like straight away, like within the next couple of days. Then they proceeded to leave me on red. So I was like, okay, maybe they just forgot to respond, maybe they're thinking about it, maybe they're looking at the photos more in depth, which is completely fine. But they hadn't responded for a very long time, so I just sent a quick little reminder message just to see if they'd accidentally forgot to press send, something like that. So I did send this follow-up message 5 days after I'd sent the final plushie photos. So I just said, hey there, just checking in on my last message. If you're happy, I'd love to finish her up for you and get both the plushies sent. I didn't get a response, so I waited another week, and then I responded again, and I said, hey, just following up from my last message, I finished your 2 plushies, and I'd love to get them sent to you. I'll just need payment before I can move on to the next steps in shipping them out. I really wanted to get these plushies to them, because they are flipping awesome, and I just really wanted to make sure they received them. Almost 2 weeks later, I sent another message as they still hadn't responded to me. I just said, hi, just following up again. Both plushies are finished and ready to be shipped. I'll just need the remaining payment before I can send them out. Please let me know how you'd like to proceed. I've also sent you an email. I will put the email in the next slide. But I understand that some people aren't always active on social media, so I did send them my email address, and I also told them that I had sent them an email. So this is the email I ended up sending, saying, I've been trying to reach out to you multiple times via Instagram regarding your 2 custom plushies, but I haven't received a response. Both have been finished for quite some time and are ready to be shipped. To finalize your order, I'll need the remaining balance of $235 plus shipping costs that I will finalize as soon as I hear back from you. I'd really love for you to receive the plushies I made especially for you, so please let me know how you'd like to proceed. So basically just reiterating what I've been saying on Instagram. After not getting a response by email as well, I decided to reach out again on the 8th of September. I said, hey there, I just wanted to follow up one last time regarding your order. Both plushies have been finished since the 6th of August, so it's been over a month at this point. And I've reached out several times on Instagram as well as via email with no response. As it has now been over a month, I won't be able to hold on to them much longer. The remaining balance is $285, which includes the shipping that I ended up calculating anyway. And I'll need this paid by the 16th of September at the latest to finalize your order. If payment isn't received by then, I'll have to assume you no longer wish to go ahead and the plushies will be unfortunately relisted. Some of you guys might find this a little bit unfair, but I had asked this person multiple times and they left me unopened and then proceeded to not respond to me for over a month. And this is a plushies that I spent a lot of money on the yarn. I put a lot of my time and effort into it. And I cannot hold on to these plushies forever. I need to find a way to make that money back. I can't just have that money sitting there. So I haven't sent another message since then. It has been almost another month since I have originally finished the plushies, so that makes it 2 months. And I'm not really sure if this person is ever going to respond to me. I really think that the situation is super duper unfortunate because I did create these giant custom plushies just for them, just for their personas. And it is incredibly difficult for me to figure out a way to earn that money back. These guys are taking up a lot of space in my apartment. I don't have the space to keep them forever. So if any of you guys are interested in purchasing them, I will not be selling them for $470 together. I will be selling them for cheaper just to make up the money that I have lost. So thank you guys so much for listening to this story time. I don't normally do things like this. This is not to start drama. I just want to really communicate my experience. I want to see if any other crocheters have had a similar experience. Yeah, it's just a little bit disappointing.